Standard 6 Subject History. Lesson number 4 The Vedic Civilization. The Vedic literature. Since childhood, we have been chanting and listening to various shlokas and the prayers. The Vedas and Vedic literature gives us information about because of how, because of whom, and why some of the mantras, shlokas, and prayers from Sanskrit language became prevalent. Vedic literature people have created very beautiful poetic language in Sanskrit. The advanced form of verses, compositions, mantras, etc. are the Vedas and Vedic literature composed in the subsequent period. The Vedic literature is ancient, rich in content, and based on diverse subjects, and hence considered as most enriched among the Indian literature. The civilization that composed Vedas or which is based on Vedic literature is known as Vedic civilization. The Vedas were composed by the hard work of many sages. Similarly, some helms of the Vedas were composed by the women also. The term Veda is derived from the Sanskrit word Vid. The meaning of the word Ved is to know. This implies that the meaning of the Veda is knowledge. The Vedas are also called as Shruti. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Atharva Veda. The Vedic texts are known as Samhita. These Vedas were conserved by the oral recitation and memorization for the generations. Rig Veda, which is composed in the poetic form, is considered to be the first text of the Veda. Let us now learn about these Vedas and their important features. Rig Veda Samhita. During the Vedic literature, Rig Veda was the first to be composed in the Vedic civilization. Rig Veda is the oldest literature among all the Vedic literatures. A Veda composed by the combining many richas is called Rig Veda. Rucha means a verse composed for praising. When a number of richas are put together to compose a poetry in praise of a deity, it is called a sukta. Rig Veda consists various suktas praising various deities. A poetic description of nature is also depicted in Rig Veda. Yajurveda Samhita. Yajurveda consists information about the yajna. The mantras which are used during the yajna are given in Yajurveda. Some specific rituals are followed while performing a yajna. The guidelines about which, when, and how the mantra must be chanted during the yajna rites are given in the Yajurveda. In Yajurveda, the mantras are given in verses while their explanation is in a prose. Samaveda Sanhita. During the Vedic period, while performing yajna rites, the mantras were sung in a rhythm and tone. The Samaveda gives us the guidance about how the mantras from the Vedas should be sung. Samaveda has got an important role in laying the foundation of Indian music. The Indian music is based on Samaveda. Atharva Veda Samhita. Atharva Veda is named after the Atharva Rishi. This Veda is different from the other Vedas. Many things of day-to-day life are commented upon in Atharva Veda. It also suggested solutions for adversities, difficulties, and diseases that arise in the daily life. Along with these, information about many medicinal plants is given in the Atharva Veda. It also gives the guidelines about how a ruler should conduct the administration of his kingdom. After the composition of Samhitas, the Brahmanas texts, Aranyakas, and Upanishads were composed. They are also included in Vedic literature. Brahmana's texts, they provide guidance on how the Vedas should be used in Yajna's ritual. Thank you.